Welcome to the latest remote edition of RPPV News, bringing you stories from across the Mornington Peninsula. I'm Catie Sharp, and our top items for this edition are: Victoria shuts down again as COVID-19 cases spike. The Shire comes up with a plan to revive the peninsula. A childish prank results in a car crash. The extension to Frankston train line is a step closer to reality. A Peninsula woman is named in the Queen's birthday honours. And Chisholm Institute's Tech Games Fest will go ahead this weekend. Now for the full stories. In the face of a second wave of COVID-19 cases, Victoria will be retreating back into lockdown. We go to Shivani Pillay for the details.
Thanks, Katie. The global number of COVID-19 cases has surpassed 9 million worldwide. Victoria's case count has more than doubled in a week, taking the total to 125. The most in more than 2 months. The Victorian government has requested military support to help manage its COVID-19 outbreak, including the quarantine hotels where security guards have been infected and taken the virus to their families. Defence officials will meet with Victorian health authorities on the 1st of July to finalise details of the plan to deploy military personnel on the ground in Melbourne. This week, another Victorian, a man in his 80s, has died of the virus. COVID outbreaks have occurred in Brimbank, neighbouring Casey, Cardinia, Darebin, Hume and Moreland. Health officials are conducting a mass door knock across Victoria's COVID-19 hotspots in a bid to stem a fear of a second wave. They will be checking close contacts to make sure they understand their obligations and are not breaching restrictions. Roving testing squads are also expected to be sent out this week. Medical authorities are considering locking down the hotspots, and local mayors have pushed back, expressing concern about the economic impact on their areas. Casey, the closest municipality to us, is under threat with 7 active cases. We are strongly discouraged from visiting these areas unless absolutely necessary. Mornington Peninsula numbers have remained steady for several weeks at 62, but recently increased by 1. Premier Daniel Andrews issued a strong warning. Each of us needs to be aware that the more people you see and the more often you see them, the more danger you are putting people in. If you do have to see people, keep your distance. No handshakes and no hugs. And if you're feeling unwell, stay at home. Don't visit family and friends. Don't go on holiday. Don't go to work. Stay home. Victorians can holiday within our state and may travel interstate subject to restrictions within that state. But if you are sick, you must stay at home. Other states are discouraging people from visiting Melbourne at this time. Prime Minister Scott Morrison said the outbreaks in Victoria were part of living with COVID-19. To stop the spread of COVID-19, people with even mild symptoms of respiratory infection should get tested. Victorians have responded to the state's rising numbers by attending testing hubs, particularly shopping centres, and are being turned away. There are a number of testing clinics on the Mornington Peninsula. A referral to an alternative general practitioner can be obtained, or you can ring the Coronavirus Health Information Line on 1800 020 080. If you suspect that you have the coronavirus, please call the dedicated hotline on 1800 675 398 or take the coronavirus self-assessment tool online. So as we venture into school holidays, the rules are only 5 visitors at home, all social distancing, only 10 people can gather in public, and only 20 people can gather at pubs, clubs, restaurants, halls, churches, libraries, cinemas, theatres, gyms, sports centres, auctions, and open for inspections. Ski season will be open, but subject to screening. If you can work from home, you must work from home throughout July. Restrictions will be revisited in 3 weeks. And while people are bunkered down at home, there are fears of the impact of isolation on alcohol addiction. Approximately 14% of Australians admitted to drinking more alcohol while in isolation, despite a reported drop in the number of people seeking help for alcohol-related problems. There is a concern that there is an increase in alcohol advertising, at-home delivery, bonus deals, and alcohol-related issues behind closed doors, placing many Victorians at risk. Similarly, the number of people who are seeking treatment for medical issues, including cancer, has dropped significantly since the onset of COVID-19. If you have an alcohol-related issue or a health issue, please do not hesitate to contact your local GP. Following on from news that a member of the Essendon Football Club has tested positive to the coronavirus, discussions continue with NPNFL clubs about the 2020 season. While a number of clubs have confirmed that they will be returning to training as soon as they're permitted, Chelsea has announced that they will not be taking part. Chelsea Football Club President Michael Davis is adamant that the decision to pull Chelsea out of competition this season is the right call. Speaking on RPPV's Toe Punt football show, he said it was all about the safety of the players and the members, and that the playing group had expressed concerns, serious concerns, when surveyed. And for special COVID news, Melbourne Awards will include honouring COVID-19 frontline heroes. The Melbourne Awards, which traditionally focuses on business achievements, will have a one-off award category to recognise people who have demonstrated outstanding resolve during the COVID-19 ordeal. The new Community Champion Awards will cover youth, business, arts and culture, digital innovation, and essential service workers, such as supermarket attendees, nurses and doctors. Lord Mayor Sally Capp told the Sunday Herald Sun, "Melbourne is a caring city, and I'm proud in the many ways that Melburnians help and support each other in times of crisis." So to all our frontline workers out there on the Mornington Peninsula who brave every day to provide health services and essential services, a big thank you from the community. And that's the COVID-19 update. I'm Shivani Pillay. Back to you, Katie.
Thank you, Shivani. Mornington Shire is planning to spend its way out of the ravages of the pandemic and has detailed an exciting multi-million-dollar plan to revitalise the area. Council figures show the peninsula has lost almost 6,000 jobs this year, and there has been a 21% fall in gross regional product. As part of its recovery program, the Shire is seeking state and federal funds to create a 111-kilometre walking trail, a water recycling project to boost food production, improved buses, and a 192-hectare industrial park built around the port of Hastings. All up, the ambitious project will cost $320 million. Motorists have been warned to look out for a gang of youths in Sorrento who are water bombing cars. The incidents took place last weekend by a skate park and on Ocean Beach Road. Although the children involved may see the behaviour as a harmless prank, the water bombing by the skate park caused a car accident, and a motorist has made a report to local police. Earlier this year, Infrastructure Australia listed Frankston Public Transport Connectivity as one of its 6 key near-term nation-building projects in Victoria. It asked the Committee for Greater Frankston to set up a regional committee to produce a plan. That committee has told Infrastructure Australia the region needs a dual-track metro rail extension from Frankston to Langwarrin to fix public transport. The rail extension would have stations at Monash University's Frankston campus and at Langwarrin. It would cost $400 million and bring economic benefit of $572 million a year. A second option would be to see the track extended to Baxter at a cost of $550 million. The report is on the website c4gf.com.au. Mornington Peninsula Shire has requested a report from its officers regarding the potential health risks of Telstra's new 5G towers. The council decided to investigate after receiving a 700 signature petition from concerned locals. While this is a federal issue, council has stated that they need to take the community concerns seriously, while noting that its officers do not have the expertise required for an in-depth investigation. Coming up after the break, local First Nations people give their vote on what to name the new Rosebud Aquatic Centre.
More and more people with a taste for quality are shopping at Eliza Meats. Kevin and his lean team pride themselves on the finest cuts, from juicy steaks and roasts to high-grade mince and sausages. And Eliza Meats are the gourmet specialists. Inquire about Eliza Meats Spitfire. Phone 9787 4473 for a mouth-watering meal fit for a king. It's all at Eliza Meats. See our sponsor Kevin at Eliza Meats, 112B Mount Eliza Way, a station sponsor.
Hi, I'm Fiona, manager at the Mount Eliza Community Bank.
As Australia's fifth largest retail bank, Bendigo Bank offers competitive products and services.
We give our 1.8 million customers the service and technology they need.
And we're staying true to our values, giving back to our community through our grants and sponsorships.
So if your bank isn't doing the right thing by you, change to one you can feel better about. Visit us here at Mount Eliza.
Welcome back. The Peninsula's First Nations community has made clear its preferred name for Rosebud's new aquatic centre. Comments on the Willamwarrain Facebook page suggest Yawa, meaning to swim. It is a clear favourite at 15-1. Voting for the name, which can be done on the Shire website, closes on the 9th of July. Some relief for beleaguered beach box owners. Shire councillors voted this week to scrap the variable fee system and instead proposed a flat fee for all owners of $900 a year, or $700 for sheds less than 5 metres in size. Beach Box Association President Mark Davis welcomed the proposal, which must be accepted and passed by councillors in July. Sorrento Portsea RSL raised an impressive $28,500 at its February bushfire fundraiser. The team decided to distribute the money to those less likely to receive aid and have split the funds evenly between 6 small East Gippsland CFA fire brigades, many of which are made up of farming families directly affected by the fires. A Peninsula woman has been honoured with the Emergency Services Medal in the recent Queen's Birthday Honours. Eileen Murray has been involved with the Southern Peninsula Rescue Squad for nearly 20 years and was given the award for services to Marine Search and Rescue Victoria. Ms. Murray was president of the squad for 14 years and is credited with leading the group through a range of improvements that resulted in it becoming one of the top performing rescue operations in Australia. And Chisholm Institute's 6th annual Tech Games Fest is going ahead despite current restrictions. For the first time, the entire event will be live streamed from Chisholm's Frankston campus this weekend, from the 27th to the 29th of June. The 3-day TGF is a chance for secondary school students and members of the public interested in gaming and technology to learn and network with like-minded people and to get information about a career in the industry. This year, TGF will be hosting a hackathon in conjunction with Frankston Foundry. Hackathon developers will showcase completed projects on stage via the live stream. There are also opportunities for students to participate virtually as volunteers or in work experience placements. TGF will be live streamed daily from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and registration is essential. Just go to Chisholm's website and follow the links. Entry is free, but a gold coin donation goes to the charity TLC for Kids, and it is encouraged. Now we're delighted to introduce Alana, who will be taking over the weather report from Lisa while Lisa takes a break.
Hi there, it's Alana presenting your RPPV 7-day weather forecast for the Mornington Peninsula, recording from the beautiful Enchanted Adventure Garden in Arthur's Deep. Today, Wednesday the 24th of June, we've reached a top of 15 degrees. It's been partly cloudy all day and there'll be a 50% chance of showers tonight. Tomorrow, Thursday 25th of June, we'll reach a top of 15 degrees. It'll also be partly cloudy, but we'll also have a 70% chance of showers in the afternoon or evening. On Friday, we'll have, again, partly cloudy conditions, 70% chances of showers in the early morning, becoming a top of 13 degrees after a low of 7 degrees. On Saturday, the cloud will be easing. We will have a bit of morning fog before getting to the top of 13 degrees, a low of 6 overnight. On Sunday, we'll also have patchy morning fog, but it'll clear up for a beautiful sunny afternoon, getting to a top of 13 degrees. On Monday, the start of school holidays, we'll again have some patchy morning fog before having a beautiful sunny afternoon at a top of 15 degrees and a low of 5 degrees overnight. And on Tuesday, it'll again be partly cloudy with a 30% chance of shower, getting to a top of 14 degrees. It's a cloudy week, but it'll be a beautiful start to the school holidays, so why don't come down to Enchanted Adventure Garden and enjoy the beautiful tourism offerings that Mornington Peninsula has.
Now to our king of the waves, Muzz, with the surf report.
Good morning, welcome to this week's Mornington Peninsula Surf Report. Not a great week in front of us for waves. This afternoon, Friday, we'll have a little bit of a jump in swell and conditions, but the wind will be slightly onshore. Early next week, smaller swells, light winds to maybe light offshore winds, so we're expecting probably to be on the beach breaks between Gunnamatta and Portsea for the first half of next week. Later in the week, chance there might be a swell, but don't hold your breaths. School holidays, the crowds will be back, but if you can get in the water, have a crack at it. It's good fun.
And that's all from our team here at RPPV News, serving the community with stories that matter to you. Remember, if you're feeling unwell, stay home and get tested. If you can work from home, you must do so. Wash your hands and shop locally to support our community. Keep watching and tell your friends. Bringing you the news from coast to coast across the Mornington Peninsula, I'm Catie Sharp. See you for the next edition.